All right, now, Mr. White, this is your first time of your being involved in a forum like this. What have you learned from being a part of something like this that I basically lost control after I said hello? But give me a comment on that, please.
I mean, you gotta be willing for that to happen. You know that's gonna happen, especially when you're dealing with something that's impromptu. I mean, it's not there isn't a structure per se. I mean, it's somewhat freestyle, which in turn could be something that's attractive to somebody. The fact that they can come in and be who they are, obviously. I mean, that's a good thing. You want people to be able to come in and let their hair down, so to say. Of course, it will flow a little better if there was a little more structure to it. But you know, for my first time involved in it, I had no problem with it. You know, I would rather have him here doing that than out in the street getting in trouble. So if he's in here expressing himself in that manner, he could be out there expressing those same views, but in a more violent manner. And so, I mean, it gives him an outlet. I mean, why not? Why not? Okay. Why not, man?
Jerome, we've been after you for years to get you out here, and finally we got you hooked, and now you see what we're doing. Why is it important to bring black people together from different backgrounds, from different perspectives of life, to put you all together to hear from you?
Because when you look at, we all in this boat together, man. It don't matter your social status or whatever. You in this boat. You can be a black man as a millionaire in this country. To them, you just another black man or a black woman. You know, division. You know those saying, united we stand, divided we fall, right? That's true. You know, we as a whole, when I divide you and separate you, I do that for a reason. That is a strategy in order to take away your power. You know, united we stand, that's how you become powerful. And when we're on one accord, how can we walk together unless we agree? You know what I'm saying? And we got, you know, just because you live way out north and then you think that you're escaping what's going to happen, it's not going to happen. It's just like when I look at the neighborhood, like in our neighborhood, right? You got service stations on every corner. You got Arabs, that to me, those are, from a military perspective, that's explosive.
Right.
That's explosive. Mm-hmm. When I want to, whatever I want to do, if I want to get rid of all of us, bam, all the service stations, we're gone. See, we have to, our minds have to, we have to come back to our senses, and we have to realize who we are and where we are. The important things is that, man, it's just like if you don't know who you are, your history, I can make you be anything that I want you to be. And I believe that's one of the main problems. We don't know who we are as a whole in a race. We need to know who we are. Our children, we need to know who we are.
Got no identity.
No identity. Identity.
I'm going to help you out with that, okay? Let me help you out with that. About 4,000 years ago, well, not even 4,000 years ago, about 2,500 years ago, we used to be called Israel. Hebrew Israelites.
That's right, Israelites.
We got separated, and because of you had the northern Israel, then you had the tribes of Yehuda.
Right.
Now, those who were up in the north were taken out and dispersed around the world. Then you had the two tribes left. Then eventually by 70 AD, the Romans came and took them out. So we've been dispersed. 1,500 years into that, we were enslaved by Islam. 400 years and so after that, 400 years have passed since the Christian religion has taken us out of Africa and brought us to this country right here. So we are waking up. We are waking up. There are a lot of us who have already gone back to Israel, and not as Jews, because we're not Jews. We are Hebrew Israelites, and they have woke, and they are making sure that it is still coming down. There are people who have lived here in this country all their lives and known that we are Israel, and have stayed to that tradition no matter what has happened over the centuries. The last 400 years they've been able to keep themselves like that. Right. So it's not about us not understanding who we are. I mean, not knowing who we are, we have to start understanding and accept who we are and start living up to the point of understanding that we are a blessed people who was chosen by the Almighty to lead the rest of the world out of this rut we're in, this vomit situation that we're in, and to bring forth. Not all of us are going to be able to do that. Not all of us are going to even take that stride because too many are not going to get there. Yes.
But that's why we're here, because we are the ones that's going to do that.
It's a start.
Right, we have to start. We're starting into here, in and out, here in Fort Wayne. That's been going on a little longer than what you think.
It's
Well,
happening.
Chicago, this brother from Chicago, he
Well, I understand
been
that.
up there for years.
I understand that, but we're here in Fort Wayne right now,
Right.
and we want to tie this thing together and make it work from here, because again, I still believe that Fort Wayne is special.
It is.
We're geographically special. We have things here that were put here by things greater than us that nobody else has. This place is really, really special. We won't get into it right now, but I appreciate you all coming out here. We got to do this again,
By all means.
and I want to try to have it more focused here. I encourage everyone to be themselves. I just didn't know that you had that much self inside of some of you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we did what we did what we were able to get done, but
Right.
you know,
And just
you need to structure it more.
Right. And then, like you were saying, and then talking about that too, is because there's some people amongst us who will hear what he had to say just now and want to fight it with all kind of other, because they come from another perspective. And so, one of the things that I always think about is what Malcolm said. Malcolm said, whatever you are, I mean, if we could just all come together, if we're going to fight about it, we go inside the closet and fight. But when we come outside, we pose a united front. We all coming together. So we're not showing, because we're going to fight. I mean, we're coming from so many different areas. There's going to be different ideas on what to do and how to do, what we should be and what we shouldn't be. But if we can do that indoors, but then when we come outside in front of everybody else, if we're on the same page, then that right there is powerful.
Yeah, see,
That's powerful.
we need to be able to stand together with that shovel in our hands, 7, however you want, 12, 8, however you want to look at it. And everybody, when we push that shovel in the ground, we turn that shovel at the same time. We turn that dirt at the same time. As a whole.
As a whole.
And when
United.
what we put in that ground in order to take root is to take root for the community as a whole, the
everybody.
nation as a whole, so that we can start to allow ourselves to become as one, not a whole bunch of separates, all 7, 12 or 7 or whatever, into one. That one prospering out. It's going to take, the whole thing about it again goes back to economics.
Yep.
We have one of the strongest economic bases in the world. And we need to start, and even here in Fort Wayne, yep, we still have a multi-million-dollar economic base here. We need to start learning how to use it.
Right, you mean among black people.
Amongst black people.
And to our knowledge, it's never been harnessed.
No.
That and this up here is not being harnessed.
All right, so my last question then would be, is if it's never been harnessed, and we don't have any proof that it's in the process of being harnessed, why should we expect that it can be harnessed?
You got the proof is you got to start from somewhere. You know, it don't matter where we start from. You know, like the scripture said, the race ain't given to the swift or the mighty, it's for those who endure.
Right.
We're endurers. When you look at our race, we're endurers.
Been through it all.
We've been through it all, man, and we're still enduring. And you know, as a people, we are a people. The world is made of diversity. We are a people, though. It's just like they come together, we have to come together. You know what I'm saying? We're one race that is so divided, man, you know, and sell each other out because we want to assimilate instead of being who we truly are. And we have to, in order for us to be who we are, we have to, man, deal with each other in truth and in love. It's all about love, man. If we can't love one another, it's not going to work anyway, because it always, the system always uses another black to oppress the rest of the black. When something happened, just like when in the Ferguson, what do? They know they was wrong with the killing of Mike Brown. What they do, they get a black trooper. Remember?
Yeah.
But the trooper came first.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
They used the black state trooper to try to calm the people. we got to get away from this little Band-Aid, the synthetic thing, this, like you said, propaganda, and start dealing with truth, man, you know, and let's start with ourselves.
Yeah, we need to start we need to stop and forget about self and start to think about family.
The group.
Right, the group as a whole,
Yeah.
you know, and I believe even in this country, you know, like I say, I'm not into like the racist thing, because when I look out there, I see white, black, Puerto Rican marching. We have to be careful about that, because, you know, even with the civil rights movement, you had all kind of racists marching that brought it the past, man. You have to be careful about that, because you got an enemy that's working against us. They want us divided. You got good people in the world. Everybody's don't, you know, because I can't hate every white, because every white ain't doing nothing to me. I got my brothers.
And there's some that look just like you that hate you more than they do.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to go by this heart.
Right.
We got to go by this heart.
By the action of man himself.
Yes.
Person.
Yes. You know,
It's gone beyond color, man. We can't you can't even use color. It's so many that look just like us that want to see us down. You can't trust every black person, and you can't distrust every white person.
That's right.
I mean, there's some people that can bring it to the table. Now, there's different theories behind that too, because I mean, once you involve them too, you almost have to take for account that they can be easily turned. I mean, you got to think about that too. I mean, especially when they're fighting against so much, they're going completely against the grain. But like Malcolm said, when he was toward the end of his life, he said he's willing to let anybody help that's willing to help.
Right. He's not going to help. You have to see it. And then the racism is a big problem. Racism is not color. Racism is power.
Yeah, it's power.
Racism is controlling.
The power and
You
the powerless.
got a group. It's controlling the masses. You know, we know that, man. It's the wealth of this country that controls things, man. Manipulation, orchestrating and everything, man. You know, and until, like I said, until we be educated within ourselves, man, we're gonna continue to do what we do, though.
All right, well, anyway, on that note, thank y'all very much. And I will make an announcement on Facebook through Frost as to when we do this again, which will be real soon, because we got to keep this momentum going. And this is how we start. So actually, we've been going here for a while, but thank you all very much.
All right, man.
No problem.